Hey team, Sean Searle here. Life without relationships is lived in a vacuum. The simple fact is, relationships are the most important thing in this life. Everything from our relationship with God to our relationship with our families and the people that are closest to us. We're going to spend a little time over the next couple of visits talking about relationships. So let's talk for a moment about what a relationship is. It's any type of an interaction with somebody. Our first relationships with our parents at birth, maybe our grandparents and our siblings. We have relationships with classmates and college roommates. We have relationships with people we date, people we marry, our children. And a very different relationship from our children is that of a relationship with our grandchildren. It's pretty magical. Now, relationships can be deep and they can be very shallow. For instance, it can be the intimacy between a husband and a wife. It can also be me sharing the highway with a trucker. He's passing me on a 4-lane and I flash my lights to let him know, hey, you're clear, you can move over. And he moves over and he flashes his lights back to say thank you. It can be that shallow. By the way, some relationships on the road aren't that friendly. So when you take into account what a relationship is, it's really virtually any interaction that you have with another person. And sometimes we don't see that as a relationship, but it is. And it's important that we take the time to invest in those relationships. The important relationships much more deeply, but even the daily kindnesses to people that we pass on the street. It's the good stuff of life. It's what makes it worth living. So allow me to share one tool that you can add to your toolbox that's going to help in the area of relationships. C.S. Lewis said, "Pride is the chicken under which all the other eggs of sin are hatched." It is listed among the 7 deadly sins, and it is true, virtually anything we do wrong finds its roots in our pride. If that's true, then it's probably safe to say that humility is the chief of all virtues. We'll return to C.S. Lewis, and he says humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. If we come into relationships with that mindset, it'll change the world. It can manifest itself in everything from waving to somebody or giving somebody a warm greeting that normally we might not have an interaction with. It might show up in leaving a wait person a larger tip, or it might be as great as forgiving somebody a great harm that they've done to you. However it manifests itself, begin practicing the virtue of humility. And by the way, when something is a virtue, just by nature, it isn't easy. It takes time. It takes practice. Thanks for taking time today. Hope you have a great day. Be blessed.